The blood of Ukrainians is on your hands. That's the cry from Iranian protesters in Kyiv as Russia's drone attacks in Ukraine continue. Kyiv's Western allies, including the European Union and the United States, claim Iran is supplying the weapons. Iran denies that it's producing the drones, which have become a key weapon for Russia. In the past month, the invaders have often used them to target crucial energy infrastructure. Ukraine has been pushing back. From September 13th, when the first Shahed 136 kamikaze drone was shot down, until today, we have shot down more than 300 Shahed drones.
We now know the identity of the man charged with bursting into Nancy Pelosi's home, looking for her and attacking her husband with a hammer. He's 32-year-old David Wayne Depape from Berkeley, California. He allegedly screamed, "Where's Nancy? Where's Nancy?" 82-year-old Paul Pelosi was struck on the head and torso with a hammer. The attacker reportedly tried to tie him up and wait for Nancy. Video shows shattered glass doors in the back of the house in the fashionable Pacific Heights neighborhood of San Francisco. The home invasion took place at 2:27 a.m. Friday. And look, there's an object, possibly a hammer, lying on the carpet. Paul Pelosi called 911 without the attacker realizing.
ماشین شاسی بلنده ماشینش به به زن زندگی آزادی مرگ بر دیکتاتور
برو گم شو آخون برو گم شو آخون برو گم شو آخون برو گم شو آخون برو گم شو
Cypriot police fired tear gas Friday after a fire broke out in an overcrowded migrant reception center amid clashes sparked by an argument between different nationalities. One person needed hospital treatment after being injured at the Punara camp for migrants on the edge of the capital, Nicosia. People hurled rocks and objects at each other, forcing many to flee in panic, and firefighters rushed to extinguish a blaze that sent billowing smoke into the sky. Tensions later calmed. Cypriot news outlets Phillipines said clashes broke between asylum seekers from the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, and Nigeria, two of the largest migrant groups in Cyprus.
Hundreds of people have been pulled to safety from the Mediterranean's waters by Doctors Without Borders in 5 separate missions this week. The NGO brought the migrants aboard Geo Barents and is waiting for the green light to disembark at a nearby port. It comes as earlier this week the organisation alarmed phone warned authorities and rescue vessels that several boats carrying migrants were spotted off the coast of Libya. On Friday afternoon, 103 people, including 22 children, were reportedly lifted from a wooden boat. Doctors Without Borders says 371 people could have drowned, while 2 other rescue ships, the Ocean Viking and Humanity One, brought another 414 migrants aboard, many of whom were exhausted and dehydrated.
Meanwhile, in the Philippines, the death toll from severe tropical storm has claimed 45 lives. The heavy rains have inundated most of the rural areas in Mindanao Island, which was followed by landslides and flooding, damaging nearly 500 houses. The tropical storm pounded the archipelago nation's main island of Luzon with maximum winds of 95 kilometers an hour after making the landfall, which was before dawn. Heavy rains triggered by the approaching storm began on Thursday in the southern Philippines.
Sound of gunfire has returned to the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Fresh fighting has erupted on Friday between government forces and the M23 rebels. UN forces were also on the move, heading towards the front line. The fighting prompted many locals to flee. According to the United Nations, nearly 40,000 Congolese have been forced to flee in just 1 week.
Flight 2131 stopping.
Last night, an IndiGo flight was grounded at the Delhi airport after one of its engines caught fire seconds before taking off for Bengaluru. The Delhi police said that all passengers and crew on board IndiGo flight 6E2131 are safe. According to reports, there were 184 people on board the Airbus A320. Reports further suggested that the incident took place around 9:45 p.m. and the passengers were not immediately evacuated. The passengers got off the plane after 11 p.m. and were accommodated on another flight around midnight.